Okay, so I just finished my teleradyo interview and I thought to record a reaction so that we can break it down. So this is my reaction to this morning's teleradyo interview about cyberdrills. Let's see it.
Kasi, oy partner, ang gustong mangyari ng mga some of the cyber experts, cybersecurity experts, magkaroon din tayo ng drill.
Ha?
Di ba may earthquake drill?
Oo.
May ano pa bang mga drill na ginagawa natin? Dapat meron tayong cyber attack drill.
Ano gagawin natin? Paano
O ito
yun?
i-simulate natin na
Actually, truth be told, it's really not second nature. In fact, even in the Philippine IT Security Forum, some people were asking, kailangan ba yung drill na yan? What's that drill? So, I feel na that's a crucial element na missing right now. Marami tayong mga technology solutions, may mga specialist tayo, pero yung situational awareness, security awareness, almost zero.
kunwari may cyber attack, dapat ready yung mga opisyal ninyo sa opisina ninyo na in charge sa cybersecurity, dapat ready. Tingnan natin para may test. Gaano ba kagaling yan?
Akala ko, pag sinabi, cyber attack, drill, duck, cover and hold.
Sa earthquake yun.
Sa earthquake yun.
Pero kung ready tayo doon, ready din tayo dapat sa cyber
Paano
attack.
kaya
Sama natin
yan?
ulit si Dominic Vincent Ligot, ang founder po ng Data Ethics PH. Magandang umaga sa iyo, Dominic.
Good morning, Dominic.
Good morning. Magandang umaga po sa lahat.
Tell us something more about your suggestion, and how do we carry it out on a personal level and on a company level and on a government level? Kasi maraming levels eh.
Correct.
Go ahead, sir.
Unahin natin yung government level kasi yun po yung medyo hot button ngayon. Actually, merong DICT circular because I've been discussing this with the information security community sa Philippine IT Security Forum.
There's your shout out.
Matagal na merong DICT circular in 2020 that requires all agencies of the government to undergo a cyber drill. In fact, nung 2022, if I'm not mistaken, late December, nagkaroon na ng ganyang simulation by the CERT, yung Computer Emergency Response Team.
Actually, I had a question about that. Maybe if anyone is a lawyer watching this. So DICT Circular 003 is a department circular. So it applies to DICT. Pero Section 6 says all agencies. So I find that possibly a flaw because how can you order all agencies to comply with the department circular? In my mind, if you want all agencies, let's say in executive branch, kailangan yan. That's an executive order by the president. Or if you want all agencies in the entire government, including LGUs, then you need Congress and Senate to pass a law. No? Anyway, just thinking out loud.
Ng DICT. Tapos kasama dyan yung requirement na magpa-certify lahat ng ahensya ng government. Actually, merong rule pa nga doon na kung hindi kayo certified, isusumbong kayo sa Office of the President. So there are existing policies about it that need to be followed. Pero kung i-breakdown natin, ano ba yung laman ng drill na yan? Well, katulad po nung nabanggit ninyo, yung fire drill, earthquake drill, we need cyber drills. And part of it is, I'm sure you've heard of BCP, Business Continuity Planning. Kunyari, paano kung nagka-outage yung mga systems ninyo, na-hack siya, ano yung backup? Tapos yung pag-report po ng mga incidents, how do you report incidents? I think number one dyan yung cyber awareness ng mga tao. Like for example, Alvin, nakakuha ka ng call, cyber threat, parang bomb threat. Ano yung first three things na gagawin mo? And usually, just to put myself in the shoes of a typical worker, baka hindi mo normally pansinin yan kasi it's out of your day-to-day. O kunyari, Ma'am Doris, nakakuha kayo ng email na galing kay Alvin, pero alam mong katabi mo si Alvin, wala naman siyang ginagawang email. So malamang, phishing, hinihingi yung whatever, details mo. Would you report it? Ayan yung mga dapat dinidrill natin sa mga tao. So you have your business continuity planning, yung incident response. Tapos nabanggit ninyo yung simulation. They call that tabletop exercises. Ginagawa dapat yan in the course of a cyber drill. You discuss ano ba yung mga situations that you might encounter.
Actually, it sounds like a lot of hassle, sounds like a lot of cost. Pero for example, in the government, I'm sure the cost of a cyber drill is much lower almost infinitesimally lower than the cost of a breach. I mean, yun talaga eh. Would you rather spend for the drill or pay for the breach? In terms of money and reputation and ransom, di ba? Parang the math, you know.
Tsaka ang daming possible scenarios that you can test, no? Any possible attack. At saka even if, kunyari, nangyari na yung attack, apart from reporting it, how do you communicate it? Lalo na sa panig ng gobyerno. Tingnan na lang natin yung nangyari sa PhilHealth. Paano ba siya kinommunicate sa taong bayan? Number one, to minimize speculation kasi yan yung unang tatakbo sa utak ng mga tao. Ano ba nangyari dyan?
Yung stance kasi, Dominic, is to downplay. Yun ang
Correct.
yan yung parang ano tawag mo doon, yung parang nakakahon na response ng gobyerno, downplay. Kung hindi deny, downplay.
Kasi
ignore.
Kahiyan at masisilip sila.
Na hindi dapat.
It's crisis communication. I don't necessarily think it's a cover-up, but it's still bad optics. So yun yung I think that's the number one thing that the government needs to manage, no, pag may mga attacks. Kasi kakalat na yung balita about the attack long before magsalita yung government. And then now the government is behind the curve. They need to answer. The longer they don't say anything, the more people will speculate. And we saw that happen in the PhilHealth hack, obviously, and yung mga succeeding hacks.
Dapat ganun.
Na negligent sila.
Kaya, di ba, Dominic, hindi dapat ganun. You do not downplay it.
May balance kasi siguro na kailangan nating tingnan. Number one, you can't disclose everything. Wala na, kalat na yung investigation kung di pa confirmed. Pero you can't disclose nothing naman din. Yun din yung problema.
Exactly.
Like katulad, again, I'll just use PhilHealth. Sorry, yun yung best example or worst example. Di ba, we went from no members to 800 to 1 million. Sa kung nasa na ngayon, 20 million na yata. So very clear na ongoing pa. I mean, aminin na lang natin, ongoing pa. So far, we've found 20 million. There could be more. Di ba? Parang ganun. At saka, wala na eh. Baga tumakbo na yung kabayo. So now it's more about minimizing the damage that was done after the attack.
So ang pinaka-key talaga, Vincent, tama ba? Ay, Dominic. Saan ko nakuha yung Vincent?
Vincent.
Okay.
Second name ko po yun. Okay lang.
Ayun. Na ang key talaga ay pagka meron kang nakitang ganyan sa workplace
I should just call myself Vincent and change my accounts. Kasi nasa shadow ban na ako. Anyway, different story.
na lang, tayo, ordinaryo, makita mong ganyan at parang para sa iyo ay, ang tawag to,
Suspicious.
unusual, report agad. Tama?
Correct.
What if
Or
wala-
is it delete agad?
yan. Pwede
Ano
rin.
ano bang maigi doon as an expert? Delete or report?
I think report is the first thing. Kasi yung deletion, ipaubaya natin yan dun sa, for example, your IT department or your cybersecurity officer. Kasi evidence yan eh. They'll be the one to immediately secure your environment. Presumably, meron din. I mean, yun din yung nabanggit ko po sa isang interview. I think hindi din ganun ka-prevalent yung presence of a cybersecurity officer in all agencies.
Oo nga.
Kailangan po
yun ang
nating
problema.
lagyan ng investment.
Oo. So, kailangan mag-invest sa mga cybersecurity officer?
Yeah, dalawa po yan. Siyempre, you need the specialists. Although meron namang CERT, which is the Emergency Response Team, may DICT, may CICC. Pero siyempre, centralized resource yan. They'll have to react. Maganda na meron tayong first responder within the organization. Kung hindi naman formally a cybersecurity specialist pwedeng appointed, parang kunyari, fire drill, merong fire marshal, di ba? Siya yung mamamahala. At saka lahat tayo dapat makinig dun sa marshal na yon. A similar structure can be set up in any organization. Magkakaroon din kayo ng emergency response team to respond to the cyber attack.
Okay.
I think a big challenge, I'm just thinking ahead of doing that, is over and on top of any job description yan. So walang dagdag sa sahod yan, and that's probably gonna be the probable objection of people. O ikaw na yung emergency response team natin. May dagdag ba yan sa sahod ko? Wala. Then there's no, I'm just being cynical about it because reasons.
Pa yung mga cyber attack ba sa mga kumpanya lang, sa mga ahensya lang ng pamahalaan? Ako personal. Pwede akong atakihin?
Yes.
Yun na nga po yung, I guess, the most important level, yung personal cyber hygiene po natin. Recommend ko po before na siguro ngayon, ugaliin na nating ihiwalay yung identity na ginagamit natin sa mga financial transactions from the non-financial. Kasi wala na, hindi mo na masabi, baka ma-hack yung mga non-financial government IDs, mga cellphone numbers. So yeah, no, firewall your identity. Second, similar to, I'm sure, Ma'am Doris, sa bahay ninyo, meron kayong mga emergency procedure. Pag may kumatok na hindi kilala,
Oo.
isumbong agad sa inyo, di ba? Similar to
Correct.
that, meron din tayong I mean, it sounds like a hassle, pero gawa na natin ng procedure. Kunyari, someone receives a strange email or a strange call, may mga ganyan, di ba? Meron tayong
Oo.
mga scam na naririnig na, magpapanggap sa, kunyari, si Alvin na disgrasya, kailangan ng pera, magpadala. Then,
Budol.
I think,
Budol.
oo.
Oo.
So, in a similar manner, nangyayari na yan ngayon because of na-leak na yung personal information. So, I mean, we're just preparing for the worst na magiging mas madalas yung mga ganyang attack sa mga bahay.
It's happening already. It's happening to senior citizens. Happened to my mother. Wala na. I mean, even if government says it wasn't sensitive information, yun, that's just downplaying it. Wala na, na-leak na yung data. So, gagamitin na yan ng kung sino man.
Okay.
Okay, so hindi lang po ito, baka akala po ninyo, suggestion ni Dominic ay sa gobyerno lamang at sa mga kumpanya. Hindi po. It trickles down to the personal level.
Yun nga
Tayo mismo. Buti tinanong ni Doris, ano po? Kasi minsan wala, burara din tayo, no?
Oo
Sa totoo lang, yung general public,
Oo.
parang wala lang. Tatanggapin mo rin, malay mo may pera nga dun.
Correct.
Alam mo yon, yung
Correct.
baka sakali ka, Dominic,
Tsaka yung instinct po ng tao, I'm personally guilty of this. Parang feeling mo wala namang mangyayari mamaya or bukas.
Oo.
Pero in another situation, kunyari nawala yung wallet nyo, immediately tatawag ka siguro sa bangko para ipa-cancel lahat ng mga credit card, mga ATM. Ganyan din dapat yung instinct natin when we get a cyber attack or
Yeah, it's true because we already have emergency awareness for familiar situations. Pero cyber, for some reason, it's not familiar or people don't care about it.
any personal information attack. May instinct din tayo na ganun. How do you secure your identity agad?
okay, thank you Dominic. Maraming salamat sa
salamat.
oras mo. Thank you for always reminding us, ha.
Oo,
Ulit-ulitin
thank you.
natin, ha, from sa future episodes natin. Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Thank you po. Maraming salamat.
Si Dominic Vincent Ligot.
And that was it. So, not as emotional as previous interviews. Pero, ganyan naman talaga eh. I mean, we're done with the emergency situation now. Although I heard may mga ongoing attacks pa rin. But more along the lines of website defacement. It's totally different issue altogether. Pero yung mga big PII leaks was about past 2-3 weeks. Andyan na, no? Lumabas na. And the problem is we're going to have to pay for that damage. Kahit na nahuli na or I think mahuhuli pa lang yung gumawa. It doesn't matter kasi lumabas na yung data eh. And yung isa pang tanong is sino mananagot? And under Data Privacy Act, the data controllers have to answer for the breach. Pero I think at this point, from what I can tell, parang wala yatang move to hold the government or whoever was the controller accountable. Iba yung attacker, cybercrime yun. Pero yung control ng data privacy yun. Well, anyway, I guess time will tell, no, kung talagang we're going to develop a cyber culture. So sige, so that was it. My reaction to this morning's interview. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any other ideas, please comment below. And then shout out ulit sa Philippine IT Security Forums sa mga suggestions ninyo. Yeah, maybe we should just do it moving forward like this, no? And anytime natawag ako for an interview, let's all band together and combine ideas. So thank you very much, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.